Hello, everybody. And hello, everybody. I'm Kolto the Barbarian, and welcome back to the Gaben Gauntlet, number 54, Doki Doki Literature Club. Today we continue our seemingly never-ending journey to beat all of my Steam games, of which the new current total sits at 357. Special shout-outs. Thank you so much, Pistol McAwesome. Thank you so much, Tubzilla, for your game donations. So, just a quick update. We have recently added a couple games, thanks to awesome people. Pistol McAwesome, we have Cat Quest. From Tubzilla, we have added Reciteer, an Item Shop Tale, Fortune Summoners, Secret of Elemental Stone, and Chantalise, A Tale of Two Sisters, along with adding God Eater Resurrection, which I didn't know I had, along with Darkest Dungeon, which I also didn't know I had. So we beat one yesterday, and +6 today. The song is louder than you, but that's okay. That's alright. Once we get in, I think it goes down a little bit. Let's drop that music volume. Just a tad. Just a smidgen. It also might be because my mouth was a little away from my microphone. So, let's go back in. Last we left off, we need to make a poem to impress our waifus. Hint, you can use the skip button, fast forward through text you've already read. Oh, okay. So we have to pick... Are we picking one word? Special imagination, kawaii, unrequited, uncontrollable, special vacation, climax. Kawaii as fuck, son. So I guess I'm just picking one word. Imagination. I like imagination. Imagination's good. Infinite. I'm going between uncontrollable, imagination, and vacation. Dear reader, we should synchro some of the waifus. Harvey wants your wife to come and get you playing this game. She probably would come and just be like, what on God's green earth are you playing? It's nothing, honey. They're not preteen girls with giant boobs. No. Climax. Uncontrollable. We are barbarians after all. I think uncontrollable fits us well. Uncontrollable. Okay. Oh, there's 20 of these. Okay. The uncontrollable graveyard. Vibrant anxiety. Unending. Unending sadness. Boop. Boop. Here's boop. The unending boop. They're 18. I don't believe that for a second. Teenage girls with giant boobs. Exactly. The unending boop. Starscape marriage weren't flying. The unending bouncy boop. As we socks. The unending bouncy boop of lucky cage fighting that we cage fighting on the playground. Yo, Psycho Sheep. The unending boop of playground cage fighting. But there were some tears at that cage fight. Not all were happy. Some could even watch it hid under their blankets. While others embraced the violence that the board were watching before them, and others stood in the back in judgment as the two brawled in the playground. Things got a little extreme. Fists were thrown, boops were had. But in the end, it was a whirlwind of playground sand, dirt, and dust. And eventually, things came to peace. The dust settled. And I had but one question to ask the two combatants. In this adventure on the playground, did your heaven-sent bunny forgive? Did your heaven-sent bunny forgive the horror of the universe? Yes. Beautiful. It's poetry. Hi again, Colthor. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least kept my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Colthor. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, I dive headfirst into many things, and sometimes I shake my face left and right really quick. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. Listen, books and boobs have a lot in common. They're two equal sides with a crease down the middle. You put your face in between them and admire what's there. It's basically the same thing. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Oh! Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Oh, yeah, I'll give you that. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Colthor always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. Yes, I definitely gave it my best with that poem. It was carefully thought out, ingeniously planned, and meticulously outlined. He helps me with busy work without even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Colter could become good friends too. Oh, twist hair, twist hair. Sayori, As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri. Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori. Me? Me? You brought me something, Yuri? Oh, how sweet. Not really. Well, didn't you? Did you or didn't you? Don't be shy. It's really nothing. Please say you wrote my poem for me. I'm kind of glad you live in a one-bedroom apartment now since no one can walk in and see me watching this. It's fine. It's fine. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. Oh, what do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess this means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Oh. One sec, my wife needs to send in a print job. So, pardon for the printer noise. Your girlfriend's watching too. No one can watch you if you invite them in. Oh good, now my wife gets to come in and see what I'm playing. We'll have to get her to read a few lines. Oh, honey! Sweetie. Sugar plum. Alright, I'll tell her. Alright. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. Oh, it's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She picked out a book that she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Alright. Pardon the brief pause, or just let the printer do its thing. Let's see if we can get her in here. See if we can bait her in. She's shy. Oh. Well, she gets jealous. Nah. Nah, she's cool. If nothing else, it'll be worth it just to see her face. Like, what on earth are you playing? Exactly, we're just working on our poetry skills. I'm expanding my my mental horizons into the big world of poetry and literature. Why does my computer want to update right now? Tell it to us. Just looking at this. Playing it for the story, exactly. Hold on. I'll be right back, guys. Let me just make sure everything's in order. I will be right back. Alright, we're back. No waifu reading, unfortunately. Maybe we'll snag her tomorrow. Let's resume. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. Oh, never. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monaco to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Suspicious. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Maybe she's looking for a tea set, I don't know. Honey, I want you to read some text from Big Boob Anime Teenagers. Game? Nah, she was doing some training for her, online training for her job, is trying to print out a certificate that she completed it, and the printer's just being a bit of a butthead, so just trying to help her out. Natsuki is rummaging around the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. Oh, maybe she's looking for her manga collection. But at the same time, I feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. Looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. Sparks flew. Tempers flared. Hair went crazy like a shampoo commercial. But that only makes her hide her face deeper into her book. Sorry, I was spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably would have noticed in the first place. I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Because she bought it for you, you dumbass. Well, I stopped at the bookstore yesterday. That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy. She just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. Something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I would probably be this dense in real life. This is probably such a me move. I would probably be this dense. Ladies of the chat, never, ever, if you're trying to woo a man, never underestimate the obliviousness of him. We're pretty oblivious. Especially me. I'll definitely start reading it soon. Glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about, anyway? Well... Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Better yet, what's wrong with you? You have my idea, Flory? If someone tells me, I think you're cute, my initial response is why? Or better yet, what's wrong with you? That's not true at all, Pistol. Here's the button! Here's the button! Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Coleslaw? No, it's not that. I mean, I could definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forget that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy of what that they believe in. She's getting R-rated now, old baby. And suddenly, when you thought you were related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writings fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. Oh, that's fine. We all get wrapped up in our own shit. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. That's basically me when I'm playing video games. I just kind of space out, don't notice anything. You know, that's just kind of me in general. Yeah. So I'm sorry if I end up... I love that new emote by BGG. That thing is so good. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I'm talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get to the book. I click to retrieve the book I put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Oh, okay. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. That's, sorry. Not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright, I open the book and I start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I could feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. Glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't mean that she's gonna apologize for apologizing. 3, 2, 1. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. Oh, we're co-reading. We're sharing books now. Things are serious. Things are getting a little R-rated here. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess it makes it kind of too difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. Hold your cranigrasms. Oh wait, hold on, we got a right click? Yeah, okay. But holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's already kind of distracting me. As if I could feel the warmth of Yuri's face. She's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Huh? To turn the page? Oh, right. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. This most affection I've had in over a year. Oh, baby, buckle up then. Things are going to get even steamier, I sense. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. Just giving a little side eye. Yo, backlight. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently let go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she's also second guesses all the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong, something naughty. It's not like I could see into her head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. He remains silent for a moment. But Coulthar, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. It's so embarrassing that you think like that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I didn't really know you're self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. Yeah, good. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. Oh shit, my poem. Oh god. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thoughts. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kinda down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. Oh, it's not. It's fine. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yes. Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find the inspiration, so I'd never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Oh, you can wait. Trust me. This is the kind of quality poem that should definitely go last, because it's so epic. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their own poems. Whoa, we're pulling things out now. Slow down. We just read a book together, now things are getting pulled out. Sayori is a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. It was a roller coaster of emotion. It's up and down, up and down. Uncontrollable boob cage tears. Exactly. I can see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Definitely Yuri. Yeah. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. Oh shit, maybe I shouldn't read my poem to her. What am I doing? No, anyone, but don't read my horrible poem to Yuri. Undo, shit. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What? What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. She's going to hate me. Oh, you really didn't do anything. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. Take a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imaginary and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Well, when you talk about cage fighting, hopeful bunnies, you know, it just flows from the fingertips. Like so many other things. Really? Oh, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at the poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, here he trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words of a poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and they form-fit the two together. What, are you suggesting teenage cage fighting is not form-fitting in the playground? The end result is that both style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you could be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki could be a little biased though. Biased how? Well... Never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if there's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Hold on, let's do this right. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calms breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. Click outside the poem. Okay. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. It was a little tough to read. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. I'm sorry. I'm a slow reader. Well, I don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Yeah, that's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. Was it too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Coulthor. Really? Must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Eh? It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so... if anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. Think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Coulthor. Oh, for me? Just do it for me. Me too. This is soft hentai? This is soft hentai, dude? Yes, this is all just a hentai game we found on Flash. Loki, one of the things I really like about this game is the literature advice is actually pretty good. And the poems are okay too, yeah. Who should I show my poem to next? Let's go with Monica. She seems very knowledgeable about everything and top of the class sort of person, so she might be able to help our poetic skills. Hi, Coulthor. Have a good time so far? Oh yeah. Good. Glad to hear. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever If you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, always listening. Don't be afraid to bring them up, okay? Yo, Merry Christmas, Sam. Playing a feel-good game? I don't know if it's going to stay feel-good, but for right now, it feels good. We're making new friends, learning about poetry. I think it takes a bit of a turn later, but we'll get to that. Spoiler alert. I hope you're well. Merry Christmas to you too, Sam. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. You might be feeling good? Oh yeah. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Coltor. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. Hand mark on my poem. Great job, Coltor. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it. You making the O face in your head while reading my poem? It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. Oh, that's... You know what? I'm not even going to make that joke. It's too easy. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. Oh, that's not fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind... You know what Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sierra, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It could take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. What's the best way to find the kind of style that suits? That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. Oh, well, thank you, Monica. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh, we have to scroll for this one. Okay. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes? A nosy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. It wasn't home. I wasn't home. God, I can't read today. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in. Bravo, bravo. Oh, it's been fun. Off to bed. Got some shit to take care of before in the morning. Have fun with the waifus. Take care, Pistol McAwesome. Have a good night, buddy. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. as a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. Kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. That is excellent advice for any sort of project you have. Sometimes you get so focused on the micro that you're better off spent on the macro. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll get just a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay. We'll do Natsuki last. This is a good poem, Kolthor. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? Or, barbarian. Barbarians aren't really known for the poetry. I guess you're right. That's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. Really happy you just wrote one. It reminds me of it just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course, I'm not really into it yet. That doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? Like I said before, Kolthor, deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Trying new things like this is for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Yo, Legacy. New here, but I love Doki Doki. Welcome. Gwenny Pig. Took me a while to get around the X's and O's, but welcome, Gwenny Pig. Sup, Legacy? Has things gone off the deep end yet? No, not yet. We're still comfy and cozy, reading each other poetry. And rubbing shoulders and reading the same books together. It's been a hot time. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. And again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yeah. Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to keep me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Damn, I want some breakfast now too. I could go for a stack of pancakes. Sayori. Hi, wait, how are you? I'm doing good. We're having some fun with Doki Doki. I'm not usually the visual novel type of person, but through this challenge, people decided I'm gonna play a couple visual novels. We've got another one after this, so buckle up for some visual novels. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Oops. Oh yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Yeah, good choice, eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. I get cranky when I don't eat too. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. Hehe. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Ah, yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Alright, now let's go say hi to Natsuki. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. Damn! Damn, that's harsh. I guess. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me, princess. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. Listen. Two girls having a cage fight in the school playground sand pit is chocked full of emotion. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Simple. Try refreshing your page, Gwenny. I don't think anyone else is having issues, but I'm sure they will let you know if they are. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yeah, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Yo, Sibsab, thanks for the 42 bits. Nail the bitch cray. PC isn't usually a grumbly setup. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into that than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud then I won't take that away from her. Whew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated, since everyone was judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I guess that's what I end up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. Yo, thank you for the 43 bits legacy. Have a one-up, he says. Thank you so much. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. Joke ruined, get good. Nah, joke's fine. Joke is fine. Joke's still valid. I guess you could say it's fancy. Oh, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Damn. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Coulter did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me? I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. Coulter liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Uh-oh, the music just stopped. Suddenly, oh, is she gonna like club her with a desk chair or something? Is it gonna be WWE in here? Fight, fight! Oh, my poem's coming true! They're gonna rumble in the playground. She suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Oh, shit. Damn. That's not what you just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Coulter appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Oh, shit. Ominous strings. Not the ominous strings. How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we're gonna have to choose here. Uh-oh. Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Oh, shit! A different form of horror is unfolding. Beware. Oh, no. Girl infighting. The worst kind of horror. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Coulter started showing up. Oh. Uh-oh. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Uh-oh, she stuffs. She stuffs. Or maybe it's just that pose. I don't like fighting guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Coulter? Oh, shit. She's just trying to make me look bad. It's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Oh, don't ask me to be the judge. Don't. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? It means you should jump out as the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Coulter. No. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings in the most effective way. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Coulter? Well... How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Help me, Sayori! I mean, obviously we're siding with Yuri here. She did stuff her bra just for me, and I appreciate that kind of effort, so... Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri? You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. Oh no, it's begun alright. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. Well, see, we're dissolving the situation in a very effective manner, I feel. I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. Oh, damn. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fist. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayori, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm going to do that. You'll spare me from having to look at your faces right now. Damn. Without worrying, Natsuki snatches her own poem from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Damn. I thought we handled that pretty well. She really didn't need to do that. Look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Coulter. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you as a part of this club now. Ah, it's nothing. One more thing. Now another thing. Now for something completely different. A Scotsman on a horse. Oh, that one thing that Curry said about, you know, I would never do anything so shameful. So, What thing did Natsuki say? Never mind that. I'm gonna go make some tea. Ah, good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. I would never stop, Baka. How do you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Coulter, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Shit! And maybe you've learned something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I could at least do a better job of impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Coulter, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It's truly been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori? About what happened earlier. Well, what do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise. They're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. You know, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you too. Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. I never really noticed if these actually do anything when I pick words. I wasn't really paying attention if they're just there dance around. Alright, poem number 2. So, she likes fancy words. I guess we want to keep impressing Yuri. But we also have to express what's in our hearts. So, this time around, the after image of the broken anger. Yes, the broken anger. We brought out some angry memories. And through those angry memories, we clumsily. No, we're not going back. We already. We clumsily talked to our Valentine, whom death had come to claim. But we're fighting on, but through determination. And they're not making it easy for me. Though death had come to claim our beloved, we determinedly suicide ourselves to go be with her in death. That went dark quick. With a tenacious attitude, we twirled. And we twirled into wrath, and we did a whirlwind attack with twirling wrath into the unstable games of extraordinary fantasy with a frightening with a frightening leap. It's like a good old classic barbarian leap. Frightening. Fuck. Sure, we'll pick unrequited because that's a big word. We like big words. With our. So we whirlwinded through death and leapt across the chasm and fought off with unrequited. Not headphones, with unrequited. With our unrequited essence, yes. Sure. Yeah. And again, I wasn't even paying attention to if the little characters were doing anything, if they were dancing more. I don't know, we're just picking words. Another day passes, and it's time. I feel like I'm like making up a rap as I go along. It's tough without the beatbox, though. Another day passes, and it's time for the club to meet again already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hey, Coulter. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Huh? It's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't you take a look at your purse, Sayori? Huh? What that all of a sudden? No reason really. I just wanted you to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. Haha, I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. It's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have brought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves the one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Huh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Coulter to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, You should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I get too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. That's, there's no way you could think that. You're right, though. I did something bad and now I have to accept the revolution. The revolution? Retribution. That. Is still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside of all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys that she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Alright, she's got me there. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. I totally wouldn't have come if there weren't cupcakes. What? Damn! What? Yeah, out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Now, what was... Huh? A cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. It's a miracle! It's because I paid my restitution! Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you. When I heard you blab about the cupcakes, it was totally worth seeing your reaction enough. Sayori's too wholesome. That's so nice of you. I'm so happy she's got food. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Oh, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? What, she has different kinds of cookies? Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah? Why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki and then wraps her arms around her. You know, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey, did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori... Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the club room. Where's Monika, anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. That felt better. She's pretty popular after all. Yeah? You don't think has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Oh, there you are. Didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Yeah, Monika chose the club. Monika chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monika quizzically glances at me. I never mind that. Damn, they all just want some of this. They all just want to break off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was a study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monika. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monika. Monika looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yeah. Sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Kolthor. Man, they just... Monika smiles sweetly. Oh, this is like one of those horrible harem animes. Like some love Hina shit going on here. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Oh, don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. I really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. Looks like everyone is already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. And she's just like hanging out back there reading her manga. Hey Yuri! Eh? I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Oh no. I was just kind of waiting for you. Oh, well, if that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Ooh, not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. Ah, they have an electric kettle. That explains where they're getting the tea from. I will say, I don't think there's a kitchen or a stove attached to the classroom, so electric kettle actually makes perfect sense. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant, methodical. Like a runway model. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? Eh? You're make tea! Make tea! I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monika. We're just filling the water. I'm gonna go fill her water pitcher. Oh, okay, sorry, I was just a bit curious. It's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? Shut up! Let me go fill her water pitcher. Monika, please mind your own business for once. Oh! It's coming in solid. Or do you want to tell me that there's something wrong with helping involve Kolthor in club activities? Club activities. My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Let's go, Kolthor. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Like a strong woman. She's just like, Monika, shut up. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri, something about the way she said that made me so irritated. What's wrong with me? Uh-oh. I keep like, I'm on my toes, like, waiting for things to just, like, do a quick 180. No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monika to judge people like that. Kolthor, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. No, but we can be more friends, though. It's okay. Kolthor, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you, too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that. But I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature of the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything? In that case, you will only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try to expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway. Aw, it's you. Ah, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Coulthor. It's very endearing. That's, Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Oh, whoops. Coulthor, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why is that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I could read with the back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. It's because you got a bad back because of those massive knockers you're toting in front of you. As I say, it's bad for the back. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? Wonder why that is. It's most likely because of my your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading. Yes! She has bad posture! I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. Ah, I have some oh, slimy. Bringing in a little chocolate. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well! Exclamation point. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kinda cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup? Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now, I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Jesus Christ. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. And of course we can't draw any of this. Nope. I just gotta use the unlimited power of my imagination, because I ain't got no damn money to hire artists to do things. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Oh, sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. Ah, that's okay, I won't take any. Oh, you sure? Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the pages. Oh, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Why is it snowing? Is this asbestos? I think we need to get out. We're going to get cancer. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. Excuse me. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy, I pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate. I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips, as if this situation was completely natural. That means I can't stop there. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yeah? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Kothor? Sorry, I guess I shouldn't have done that. Oh, that's, well... Sorry, my son just wiggled. Making sure he's not waking up. Damn it, son, not now! You were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? Right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but he's excited too. Yeah. That's all it was. Yeah. Then you don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation's gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers. But this time, Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips. I can't even read this without laughing. Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone! Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems! Kothor, can you help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, got it. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. Yo, Hydra Blastoise, what's up? I pick up the bags of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Cock blocked again. Who should I show my poem to first? You know what? Well, I don't know if it really matters who I show it to first. It will be forgotten after a few years. We'll give Yuri a breather. Let's go with Sayori first. We'll let Yuri compose herself. Oh, I like this one, Kothor. It has some nice feelings in it. Oh, I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. It's not very helpful, you know. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad, but that's why I just go with my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. Not sure that's exactly how it works. And again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Ugh. Why don't you at least try to give it some thought? Oh, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well... Yo, Hydra Blastoise, thank you so much for that follower. Yo, Hydra Blastoise, the Barbarian, thank you so much. It's cute. Well, the thing I hate about games like this is it has a single punch and then it has nothing left. I already know what you mean, but I'll try to keep that in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait. Sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most, but sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug. And make a happy, nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Coulter. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Bottles. I pop off my scalp? What? That went dark quick. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and my forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends, each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way, down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams, friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I just blow off my bottle caps. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tiles between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. Dang. Yo, what up, Invictor? They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Wow, that went dark. I see what she means by bittersweet. It kind of goes happy, sad, sad, sad. Before it works, you'll be in and out. Also, we're glad to have you around. Holy crap. Sorry, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being so cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Oh, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Yo, Chaos Kitty. Yep, Doki Doki. Alright, good. Kid went back to sleep. Writing is like magic. We've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah. Writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Well, whoa, don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. Or if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Alright, let's go say hi to Yuri now. Yuri and I have had a chance to cool down a bit. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. You like it? Coulter. This one might even be better than yesterday's. Oh good, she likes it. How do you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why you did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try and give it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. Apparently things have not cooled down at all. I still got them chocolates. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. Probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. Besides, people just would laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you, The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttling of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, but subconscious, well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phases and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife, the very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited, or perhaps it's merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon is taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequent, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. A little hard for me to follow there, I'm not gonna lie. A little out there. Little out there. I am but a simple barbarian. You know, mouth. A little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I could see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if that's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. Oh good, it's not just me. Some poems might make more sense later, yeah. The whole knife reference. Possibly. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't remember what the poem's about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I want to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. Slicing bread, feeding raccoons, or something darker. Me confused by this, my brain hurts. I prefer the sound of two bricks smashing together. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Coulthor? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we could do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I'd probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. But you've no idea. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, Coulthor. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing. But now I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And you're to thank for that. It's nothing really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. Alright, let's go to Natsuki this time. We'll go to her. We won't do her last every time. It seems unfair. Excuse me. All this talking got my throat dry. Making sweet, sweet bread. Watch that yeast rise. Oh, baby. Making that banana bread. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one. I can't really say it's any better either. Huh? Phew, what? Oh, well, anything that isn't a train wreck I'll take as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey! What makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment. Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday. It's, somebody tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Yeah, well, I guess you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so, fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? What part are we on? We're in, we just did this is our second poem reading. Our second poetry session. It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. Damn. That was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say, we each take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Oh yeah. Let's see. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Spooters. Excuse me. Not bad, right? Interesting. Fuck Amy. Fuck you and your fucking spider-loving... Quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. Hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks it doesn't matter. It could be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure, something that you're afraid if people find out they'll make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone else likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Fuck yeah. That's the barbarian attitude. You be you do what makes you happy, and screw anyone else who thinks otherwise. Spiders eat mosquitoes, they're okay in my book. Yeah, spiders are cool. I'm not a snake fan. I don't get me wrong, I wouldn't like murder every snake on the planet, but if I see a snake, I'm like 50 feet in the other direction. I could do without ever interacting with a snake and I'd be happy. Bugs, lizards, like frogs and stuff, don't bother me a bit. You like calligraphy and writing arts? Awesome. See, that is awesome. I think people really need to respect her for liking weird things. That's funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today. Did you say Yuri? Yeah. She said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things. For many, that's weird. There's nothing weird about the writing arts. Drawing letters, studying topography, that's a wonderful thing. Topography is a wonderful base for graphic design. Like, if you study graphic design at all, you study topography. And topography and the way letters are shaped, learning about sans serif and serifs and all kinds of things. It's fascinating and wonderful. Snakes are fine in the areas where there are no poisonous snakes. Yeah, fortunately there's not a lot of poisonous snakes in the Americas. And we've got a few. We've got like coral snakes, copperheads, diamondback rattlesnakes. Yeah, we got a couple danger noodles. Your weird stuff gives you flavor. People like flavor, exactly. I was trained, but not in a job graphic assistant. That's fantastic. Oh, yeah. You know, I always say, you know, the people who claim to be normal are usually the most boring people on the face of the earth. I always love, there's this famous quote, maybe it's not famous, but it's one of my favorite quotes. It's kind of just words I live by, and it goes something like this. There are people in this world who, of no fault of their own, are sane. Some people were born sane, other people became sane later in their life. It is our job as people who are out of our tiny little minds to help those who are sane overcome their sanity. It's beautiful, beautiful. That's poetry right there. You're playing a game to calligraphy as well. Awesome. So remember, if you see someone who's sane, do them a favor and help them overcome their sanity. Sanity? What's that exactly? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her or anything. Natsuki has trouble finding words. I guess I should try and not be so mean to her. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff, I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure, and Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it sounds like she's learned her lesson. Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the messages in your poem. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying an emotion is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. Who should I show my poem to next? Well, Monica. Hi again, Koltor. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe you should come up with a masterpiece. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. My reading is getting off. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Yeah, sure. Here you go. Get my poem to Monica. Alright. This one's good. Feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. Can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside of her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just mean that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that, you must be pretty into her. You misunderstand me. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Oh no. Guys, this is not good. She's already got a boyfriend. Fuck. Wait, really? A fictional one anyway. Well, shit. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. Just a hunch, but, well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save Me by Monica. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise that won't stop, violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust, an endless poem of meaningless. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. That's gonna be my comment when I review this game. It's gonna be like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. Load me. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa there. That's a little forward. Now I know we had a little conversation earlier about how guys can be pretty oblivious and you basically need like, you know, traffic control agent to just like point to and just, but whoa. Whoa. Easy there, Monica. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. Sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. Just kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with space on the paper. You know, you see that. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I write the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. A little fourth wall break there. Thanks for listening. Alright. Well, I think that's a good spot to end it for the night. It's midnight now, which is my typical ending time. I need to take care of my son. He needs his medicine and his food and his bottle, and probably needs a change too. So, thank you all so much for hanging out tonight. I hope you had fun. And don't forget to load me. Take care of yourselves. Keep being the mightiest barbarians that you can be. And I'll see you all next time. I'm not sure when my next stream will be. I'm gonna try to stream tomorrow. Because I know this game's not super long. We could probably finish it in one session. So I'd like to finish this before like the holiday season really kicks into gear. So I'm gonna try to stream tomorrow. We're gonna try to finish this game up. But if you want, make sure you get all your stream updates. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, join the Discord. Anytime we have a raffle to pick the next game of the Gaben Gauntlet, I'll always throw a shout out in Discord and at here. So if you always want to be around for the raffles, make sure to join the Discord. You all take care, have a good night. We're going to find somebody to host. figure we might take more than just tomorrow unless you start very early. Yeah, we are taking our sweet time with it. So we'll see. I think we'll try to beat it this weekend. Even if I stream, I don't typically stream on weekends, but I want to make sure I want to get this game finished before like the Christmas crazy happens. Hope you finish it tomorrow. I will wait on Saturday. Oh well, like I said, unlikely I will stream this weekend, so we'll try to finish it tomorrow. And if not, we'll figure out when to finish it. There's always VODs. You can always follow the YouTube. I always post all my Gaben Gauntlet videos up on YouTube. So yeah, once again, take care everybody. Have a wonderful night.